Okay, I got another one for you. I got another one for you.
There's a saying that life is a journey, and
Hmm.
rightly so. From the greatest of men to the lowest of noobs, all go through ups and downs.
Noobs.
Each
That's not me.
situation,
That's you.
choice, and second of life is like a little test.
Hmm.
Each decision takes you away into a certain direction. This
Hmm.
is why it's crucial that you learn to observe the human life. Observe
Hmm.
others. What decisions have they made that led them to this point in their
Their
life?
life. Yeah, exactly.
Learn from both the great man
Yeah.
and the noob. There's a story of a wise man. One
Hmm.
day, the wise man was sitting down under the tree, and some people come and sit down next to him.
Hmm.
They ask the wise man a simple question: how are you so wise? The wise man turns around, looks at them for a second, and replies,
Okay.
because I learn from the fools. I observe their decision making process and actions and avoid doing the
Hmm.
things that have them end up in trouble. Same is true to your life. Let each moment of your life be full of observations.
Hmm.
It's the easiest way to cut off 10, 20, or even 30 years from your learning curve and put yourself ahead of the 99%.
Hmm.
Remember, life is full of lessons. It's your duty as a man to remain a student for life. The moment you think you are a master and have learned enough, you will never grow. So,
That's
what are
true.
some lessons and principles men learn too late in life?
I need.
Let
I
us
need. I need. I
discuss
need a
8 of
list.
those life lessons.
Thank you. Hey,
Number 1:
please.
everything is temporary. The
That's a big one. That's a big one. Before he says anything, I don't know. I wanna. I wanna think. I wanna think. I wanna apply my brain on this one because I don't want to be copyright striked anyway. I don't want to take somebody's work and make it my own. Come on. So everything is temporary. This is one of those big things I think about. Everything is temporary. This moment is temporary. You know, the tough times are temporary. The good times are temporary. I shouldn't linger too much on the moment, on today's moment, because we are forever flowing. We're forever moving towards a new moment. Every second counts. But once that second has passed, you have counted it. It has counted, you know. Yeah, every moment, every second counts, but once it's passed, it has been counted. And you have to count the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So you have to make every single moment matter or move towards somewhere. Has to be for a purpose, has to be for a reason, you know? Because everything is temporary, from the good and the bad times, you know? From this place, this home, this video, that I'm making, what I'm saying right now, you know? Doesn't matter what I said before. Listen to what I'm saying right now. That type of thing. Everything is. I don't know. Let me hear what he has to say. You know, I think he's gonna talk about the good times and the bad times.
good times and the bad times are both
I'm very introspective.
temporary. When your life is going smoothly and you are happy, enjoy it while you can and be grateful for it.
Hmm.
Similarly, when you are down, lay low and get through tough situations like a man. Know that it is
Yeah,
not the end of the world.
yeah,
Throughout my life, I have come across so many men. The moment they win a lottery ticket, they ditch their family, start talking rough with the people that have been with them
with them.
since day
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it's true.
When you do this, you forget that good days are temporary as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Even if you are a millionaire for life, but a day will come when you need to rely on something other than money. So
true.
never let your emotions take the better of you. In both good
Yeah,
and bad days, stay grounded and keep your head clear.
it's true.
Remember, chess, not checkers. Number
It's
two,
true.
life is not fair.
Okay, life is not fair. The second one. I was right on the first one, wasn't I? Exactly. I'm very introspective. I think about these things sometimes by myself. Life is not fair, man. It doesn't life is just not fair. You have to deal with the cards that you're dealt with. You have to deal with what you have. You shouldn't look at others and point them as more fortunate than yourself. Instead, you should strive to change your situation in any shape and form that you think is worthy of changing it. I think that's how it should be. You can't look at yourself and think that I'm unlucky to be in this position. When you think that, You're thinking someone else is more lucky than you are. You're thinking someone else. If you wish to live someone else's life, you don't know their struggles. You don't know what happened for them to be there, and you don't know the price they're paying for them to be there. Even if they didn't work to be there, you don't know the price they're paying. You don't know what's coming for them. You don't know. You don't know that. Just because you have rich family members, rich friends, rich cousins, whatever, you're looking at yourself and you're like, damn, why am I so unfortunate? Instead of doing that, you should change your situation. You should look at the opportunities that you have and assess your situation. Tackle your life. Tackle it. Solve the problem. We all deal with something. We all have something to deal with. And even if your life is perfect, even if, let's say, the person that you're comparing your life to is his life is perfect, you know, you don't know that person. You don't know that person. You honestly don't want to deal with someone else's demons. You don't want that.
It's no secret that we were all born with different sets of cards. Some were born with a silver spoon, while others were born with nothing.
I'm so good at this, man.
You may
So
complain
good
all
at
you
this.
want and get angry with God or your family for not giving you the things to get ahead in life. But remember, the responsibility to craftily knit together a perfect life falls ultimately on you. The life you desire is on the other end of the hardships you despise.
Spice, yeah.
It's like that one saying that if you want to chase happiness, then start by chasing the uncomfortable. Stop
Yeah.
expecting and start working. Stop complaining and start doing. These are the basics of masculinity. Number
Yeah.
three, the biggest risk is taking no risk.
The biggest risk is taking no risk. The biggest risk is taking no risk at all. So with this one, I believe that, if you don't do anything, you're most likely going to fail. Doing nothing is 100% a surefire way for you to fail in life. If you don't do anything to change your situation, you're going to stay the same or worse. The situation might get worse. You might suffer more, and the people around you might suffer more than they ever need to, because all you had to do was just take the risk and start and begin to move forward somehow. You were supposed to do that, but you were too afraid to do that because you thought you were going to fail. You were afraid of failure. You were afraid of failure. So you didn't do anything. And thus, that's why the situation is the way it is. You know? Sometimes we even make excuses. We're like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, so I can't take the risk. I can't accomplish this goal because I don't have certain things that allow me to accomplish that goal. You know? The biggest mistake that you can ever make is even thinking that you have no risk to take or you have no opportunity to take advantage of, you know, or you have no path. But it all starts with you actually doing something and not being afraid to fail. Failure is just another lesson. It's just another way not to succeed. It's going to be ingrained in you to know that from now on, this is what I don't do because now I know. I shouldn't be afraid to learn something new. Be the student of the game all the time.
If you look closely at some of the most successful people out there, you will see that they took action to reach somewhere. Everything worth having in life comes with some sort of a risk. Let's say you find a girl really attractive and want to cuff her down. Well, guess what? You need to approach her and start a conversation. This might be intimidating for most men, and they melt the moment the woman even passes from in front of them. But whatever it is, whether it be dating or quitting your 9 to 5 to start on a more high-paying career,
Don't quit your 9 to 5. Okay? Try to do the side hustle while you're doing the 9 to 5. Survive, bro.
most things worth having come with a risk. The choice is ultimately yours.
But if you're in a position to quit and then get another opportunity to do something much more higher paying or equally paying, or maybe just paying enough for you to survive and whatnot, do that. You have to be realistic about something sometimes.
Take the risk and live up to it, or avoid it and carry on living a mediocre life. Number 4, the importance of being present.
The importance of being present is one that I think a lot of us fail. You know, sometimes you may not be present for your family. You know, you may not be present for your friends. You may not even be present for your job, you know, or whatever opportunity that you want to take advantage of or that you want to tackle, you know. You may not be present enough. And you shouldn't underestimate moments when, especially with family, man, you know, family is like you can underestimate the necessity of being of being present, bro. You really can. You really can. You know, I haven't been seeing, you know, going to the Christmas thing, family gathering, for about this is the this is the I don't know, this is the third year, fifth, or no, fourth year. I don't know. It's been a while, and I know I play it off as like, nah, I'm cool. I don't need to do that. I'm busy or something like that. And the reason I do it sometimes is because, you know, I don't know. I don't want to find myself there and then just, I guess, I don't know. Because I'm not always busy. And, you know, I can spare a day, but I don't do that. I didn't do that even this year, man. I don't know. Yeah, just maybe I should have just taken a round and then, you know, just taken a couple of minutes or hours of my time and just went there and then just see the family and then come back. I don't know, do something, you know? See them. Enjoy the time there, you know? They're not perfect, man. They're not perfect family, but I didn't see them, bro. And there was a moment when I was a bit emotional. I didn't tell nobody about that, but that's cool, you know. I didn't know where it came from. I was like, damn, like, what the hell, you know? But yeah, I think family is one of them.
50% of men tend to dwell in the future, while the other 50% tend to dwell in the past.
Okay, I was wrong on that one. I was wrong on that one. I guess, yeah, but no, I did talk about being present for your opportunities, being present for your job, being present for like I don't know.
These are very dangerous places to live in. While it is important to consider your future, be mindful to not let it hinder your present. There's nothing wrong in thinking about your future. In fact, it's one of the best ways to get a sense of direction. But
Hmm.
don't live there. Let your thoughts about your future serve as a gentle reminder while you work in the present to achieve that lifestyle.
Okay.
Same goes for living
Okay.
in the past. So many men live in this fantasy world of the past. You will oftentimes hear them say, "Oh, I wish the good old days would come back." Once you do this, you become the very reason that stops you from living in the good days. The only way to switch back to the present is when you have a purpose to live up to each day as a man. Remember, without purpose, you will wander around like a mindless zombie that lives half the time in the future and other times in the past.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta remember that this is 8 life lessons men learn too late in life. High value men. I forgot about that, you know. But it is important for you to be present for your family, man. I'm telling you, bro. You don't want that emptiness in you. You just don't. You honestly don't. Time will go by, and you know people will pass away without you ever being that. The last time you, literally, the last time you would have seen them is years ago, and that's your family. You know, you don't want that, bro. When I think about that, I'm just feeling like a bit emotional about it. But you don't want that. That's my lesson to you. Be present even for your family. Make that time. Some of the most happiest people or the most contempt of people, you know, at least in the present time, you know, are people who don't think too much about these things, you know, in certain moments. You know, they think about them when they need to think about them. and when they don't need to think about them, they let loose. They spend time with the family, with the friends. They take that time. This year would have been so perfect if I just spent Christmas with my family. Just that one day out of the 365 days. Everything else about this year was almost good except for that day, you know?
Number 5, overthinking makes things worse. As
Okay. Okay, overthinking. That's oh my god. Okay. I don't want to
we
no, let's
grow up,
let's listen to
we
this one.
have the tendency to start overthinking everything. You will notice yourself get upset over each little action from others.
Yeah.
Maybe the person didn't say bye to you after work, and you feel as though they hate you all of a sudden. These are things that will slowly kill you from the inside out. Even
Yeah.
if the other person had bad intentions about you, stop giving those thoughts any attention. And most importantly, don't make up fantasy situations in your mind. Remember, action is the antidote to overthinking.
Action is the antidote to overthinking, and attention is something that you shouldn't give to those bad thoughts at all. That's what I wanted to grab in my mind. The attention part and yeah, the other one. Damn.
So every time you find yourself sinking deeper into the hole of overthinking,
Yeah.
go for a run or get down and rep out push ups until failure. Number 6, happiness is a choice. Happiness is your personal choice,
Yeah.
and only you have the power to make yourself happy. Most of your happiness comes from within. You have control over your emotions, so do not expect someone to make your life happy. In fact, this is the biggest reason
Damn these ads, bro. But I get it. You gotta get your money. Gotta get your money.
most relationships end. Each person in the relationship comes together with the expectation that the other person will make them happy.
That's true. That is very true, actually. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that, bro. I'm very guilty of that. Like I'm not okay, whatever. But I'm guilty of that. That's a lesson I had to learn, man. You gotta learn that your partner is not gonna be there to make you happy. Even like for example in a relationship, when you guys get upset, and then you get so upset that you don't want to talk to each other, you realize that you need time to calm down so that you can continue the conversation later, right? To solve the problem and whatnot. That on its own is proof that you are in control of your emotions because you let yourself calm down, you know? You took the time to be like, okay, let me do something aside from entertaining what is making me angry to, you know, to sort of dime down my anger, you know, to lay low a bit. That's a sense of control that you have over your emotions, you know? So that should be proof. If you can do that, then maybe you can do other things, you know? Maybe you don't need to be angry at all. Maybe you don't need to even expect your partner to be perfect or to make you happy.
But that is never the case. Unless you can keep your own self happy in the first place, then never expect your relationship to ever work out. Not only relationships, but every interaction in life. Let's say it's raining heavily.
Yeah.
One person might jump around and be happy in the rain, while the other person curses God for letting such a bad weather take place. So remember, happiness is a choice. It's a mindset you need to master each and every day.
But one thing I do want to say about happiness is that it's not the key to everything. It's like because happiness is a choice, then you have to understand that the objective in life is not to be happy all the time. If happiness is a choice, if emotion is a choice, right? Then you don't chase emotion. You're not chasing emotion. Don't chase something um, and then make it the key to an emotion. Be like, okay, I'll only be happy if I'm successful in life. That no, no. That I don't know. I don't know if it's a good motivation for you to continue working and to be successful. I don't know if it is, but I don't think it is. I think there's a reason why people they talk against that. It's not. It's not. But a lot of people out there like to send the message that happiness is the key. Even in marriage, for example, even in marriage, a lot of people like to bail on marriage because they think that if you're not happy in a marriage, then you should leave. That is not the point of marriage. You're not going to be happy all the time. You're not, the same things that are making you happy today, most likely are not going to make you happy 10 years from now. You're going to be a different person. So happiness is not the objective, even in marriage, even in things that you do in your life.
One of the best ways to start building this mindset is by first shutting off your socials. Social media has done so much damage that even though it is promoted as something to bring you closer together with others, but it does the exact opposite and puts nothing but jealousy in you. Number 7, do what you love and love what you do. Your work is a big part of your life. Choose it carefully. Imagine a man who loves programming. Do you think he would get up one day and all of a sudden choose to create civil projects? And even if he is bound to do that, he would not be able to do it efficiently.
True.
So consider your time valuable. Only dedicate your time and efforts into developing the skills that will advance your career. Most men waste 50% of their life because they choose careers or skills that their friends liked, yet they had no interest in themselves.
Exactly.
If you are not happy with the niche of the work you are doing, you will not be satisfied with your career. This
Fact.
dissatisfaction
Fact. Example, I chose accounting because it was one of a few options that I had back in high school, back in grade 9. After grade 9, I mean, after when you go into grade 10, you have to choose which course or field or whatever the hell they called it. I chose accounting. I was passionate about art. I was passionate about drawing, but I chose accounting because it was the only option that I had. It was one of a few options that I had. And I also chose it because two of my friends, I believe, were going to do accounting. Only one of my friends were going to do science, you know? That was one of the first times we got separated. And then in varsity, I was like, okay, I applied for arts, but it had been a while since I made sketches, or I didn't even prepare a sketch for that interview, or for that interview for the course and whatnot, and I failed. Essentially, I didn't get accepted for that course and whatnot, But at the same time, I did apply for accounting again, diploma in accountancy in another varsity. I got accepted for that one. No, actually, I didn't even apply for diploma in accountancy. I applied for extended degree, in accounting. I only got accepted for diploma in accountancy, which is less than extended degree, I believe, But that might have been a blessing in disguise. But still, I only moved to doing the things that I was doing because of convenience, not because I wanted to be there, And obviously, I'm not going to lie, family also influenced me to do that. Sometimes the people around you will tell you that, hey, this is the thing that yields the most, this is the path that yields the most results. Man, listen, I understand that if you are in a position where you are going to choose something that will benefit you and the people around you much more faster and whatnot, I understand if you're in that position and you have to choose that, But I will say this, right? I'm not talking to that dude who doesn't have a choice. I'm talking to a dude who does have a choice, right? If you do think you can make something work out of, something that you're passionate about, you have to try it when you have the least amount of risk. Because when you grow older, the risk of life increases. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. So you have to do something today when you have the option, when you have less risk. Because as you grow older, you got to get a job, man. You got to start paying. You got to start helping your mother and your father out. So when you start working, you're not going to get an opportunity, to take risks anymore as much as you could have, because now you have a job, right? Now you have to provide, right? Now you have to do something, right? If you have a girlfriend, man, and she finds, for example, like I'm doing accounting. I was doing everything under accounting. Now I can't risk. Now, okay, at least I have more reasons not to risk, right? Because, the job that I have benefits me and the people around me. So I can't really go out there and risk. You know, I can. I can risk the only amount of time that I have, extra time, I guess, but comes at a
Will
cost.
also affect so many other aspects of your life. This is what you call investing in yourself. This should also be applied to your casual life. Only engage in activities that serve your purpose and mission.
Yeah, exactly.
And finally, number 8, your mind is your best friend and the
The
worst
worst
enemy.
enemy. Yeah.
The final and most important life lesson concerns your mind. You are the reason for everything going on in your life. You cannot blame anyone for your failures or weaknesses. 99% of the time, your thinking determines whether you are a winner or a loser. Train your mind to become your best friend because it will live with you for the rest of your life. Every time you look in the mirror, your mind should vouch for you as the best man, almost as if your mind should look up to you as being a role model. Become one with your mind that it's your biggest fan and supporter. This is one of the secret traits of all successful men.
Listen, bruv, I think it speaks for itself. I mean, this part, right? It's like your mind is your best friend and your worst enemy, man. Because if you don't boost yourself up, you are most likely going to look down upon yourself. So try to look up to yourself. If you are in a moment of state of decline, look at yourself and tell yourself that you're a winner. Just do that. Tell yourself that you're not going to give up. Tell yourself that you can keep going. Tell yourself that it's not bad. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep winning. That's fine. Do something.
So remember, brothers, life is a gift from God that you need to cherish each and every day. Remain a student for life and continue to learn. And make sure to implement these life lessons in your life, which most men learn till late in life. By the way, don't forget to show some love.
Okay. I'll just like the video. I'll subscribe to. Thank you. I think we understand, people. We have to take charge of our lives. It's as simple as that.